Hey, what's up, everyone out there? Thank you so much for tuning into another Addicted Fishing podcast. We are back at it. We've been pretty damn consistent with these things. We're getting them out like once every 7, 8, 9, 12 days. Somewhere in that range.
It's like tradition now that we talk about the rate that we get out podcasts, like at the start of these things every single time. Now.
It is. We gotta hold ourselves accountable. So
we have to apologize every time.
It makes us actually record more of these. Well, I feel bad because we get so many requests for podcasts, and I really do feel like there's a major hole in the amount of podcasts that are being created for people. I think we
on the grand scheme, you mean?
Well, we just fail to realize that a lot of people that consume and watch our content, they can't watch it. They're working too much. They're working all the time. So a lot of guys that listen to our podcast religiously, that's what I always hear is dude, more podcasts so I can listen to them at work. That's what people want. So we're going to try to do more. I got some ideas up my sleeve. I just got to get some
Riverside podcasts.
I got to get these guys to want to do it, want to commit to it.
Oh, I see how you diverted that on us. Just kidding.
Nobody wants to hear.
No, I love doing the podcast, and especially the ones that we've been making lately. And I hope there's ways to comment if you're watching on YouTube or whatever. But just what you guys have thought of a lot of them lately, more of discussion based and storytelling rather than.
Which is what we're going to do today.
Again. Another surprise. I was literally just thinking to myself, I like these podcasts because I have no clue what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, I've been
talk about it, and that's how you get natural reactions from people.
Yeah, and me and Cam talked a little bit about this today, but Jordan's right. For the most part, I've been trying to just run these podcasts, coming in and just starting the podcast without really knowing what we're going to talk about and just letting it go where it's going to go. So today, me and Cam were thinking it might be fun to just do a little, because we're getting to the end of the year, do a little year in review and just talk.
It's the thing to do right now this week.
Yeah,
you're between Christmas.
It's the thing to do.
It's between Christmas and New Year's, right? It's it's the total basic, thing to do right now.
We need to have Sean put together a 45-minute video.
He'll just use a bunch of clips from the last 3 videos.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
The last time, yeah. It's we did
here's a highlight.
Anyway, what I was thinking would be fun is we could
3 episodes.
Well, I just want to see what you guys remember, because what a lot of people don't realize is we have so many videos on our YouTube channel, especially even in a year. There was sometimes we were putting out 4 videos a week. Oh, really? And so we have an insane amount of content.
And it's pretty insane. I was just, as you said that, I was trying to think about this today a couple of times too. And throughout the year, I think about it quite often. I just start to chuckle about the places that we've gone. And when the way Cameron guides and stuff, how it causes him to travel. But when the factor in the filming of this, where you're trying to do stuff at different areas, mainly out of just necessity of not wanting to overuse a certain fishery or a certain area, or you know what I mean. But Alex was here, or our camera guy that substituted a little bit for Sean was here for less than 2 weeks over the last month, and he fished 14 different rivers with me. Just to think about where we went in a year, let alone the last 2 weeks, is amazing, especially combined with all of us. Cameron just got back from Florida. It's from the fishing side of things, the year in review is just insane.
It
was
really
a crazy
cool.
year of fishing.
It is. It's really cool. So what I want to basically do is talk about some of the best moments that we captured just on the YouTube channel and in the content that we've been filming from 2021. So what if you had one to remember right off the top, what is it? Cam, you first. Unless you don't know. You still got to think.
Since Michigan, basically.
I was going to say...
Since Michigan till now.
Michigan till now. When you said Michigan, I was going to say probably the center pinning fish. That was pretty cool. Especially to kind of get those first initial hookups on the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So what Cam's talking about is you got to tell them the story.
But actually, now that you bring up Michigan, probably that fight that I had with Fish Ray.
Yeah,
that fish. That fish, I lose in that situation 99 out of 100 times. And even going back and watching it. I think it's episode 2 of the Michigan series, and even going back and watching it, you still can't people until you're in the raft overlooking where those fish were running around through just all that crap.
It was a miracle you landed it.
It was a miracle it landed, but the camera doesn't even portray it at all. Yeah. But knowing back and thinking back to that one fish, that would probably have to be
Yeah, I think
One of your
that's
highlights.
a pretty epic moment. So what Cam's talking about, guys, is we went out to the Midwest and went steelhead fishing for the first time, and we filmed the whole experience. It was a really, really good time, and we have actually a full movie on the channel right now that we just uploaded not too long ago. It's only been a few weeks, I think.
Yeah.
It's already got like 120,000 views.
People are loving it.
Yeah.
It was a fun video.
Yeah.
We had a
fun
lot
time.
of, there's like, met a new fishing brother.
Yep.
And
Going to
got-
fish with him again this month.
Exactly. And just got to fish a bunch of stuff that none of us ever have done before. And that, I don't care what kind of fish, it could be for a 6-inch trout. It's still cool, especially when you have success.
Yeah.
Like when you go to a destination and everything comes together, the ice melts the day before we get there. Like typical addicted fashion showing up and you having the whole place to ourselves.
Yep.
You know?
That was pretty crazy. What about you, Jordan?
Oh, man.
Like, I was looking back, like, Hell's Canyon.
I was
one
going
of
to
the
say,
things
dude,
that
I
happened.
can't. So from Idaho trip, Hell's Canyon, then it was the springtime. What did we do in the spring? I can't remember the whole thing. The whole year, it was Alaska 3 times in the spring. Probably the third movie was one of my favorite parts of the summer. And all the I'll have to cut that out. The Southern Oregon raft trip was definitely a big highlight, running the waterfall and the kayaking and all that, and the spring, this winter getting to go to Wisconsin, like all the main staple trips, and especially I'd say my favorite was definitely probably Addicted Alaska 3. That was just a fun trip.
Yeah.
But yeah, Addicted Alaska 3 and just a couple of those like adventure trips that we went on. The Southern Oregon one really sticks in my mind. That's one of the most beautiful places in the world. Same as like as down in Hell's Canyon and stuff and in Idaho. But just fortunate enough to have probably the best year of traveling fishing in my life for sure. It was very monumental.
It's going to be really hard to beat Addicted Alaska 3. Like that, in my opinion, that was one of the best fishing trips I'd ever been on. I mean, just where we were at and just the whole experience from the jet boat to, catching those big kings and just.
It was the most freedom I ever felt in Alaska.
It was.
In a way. Might sound
and then
weird.
just the people that we were around and with, and just the whole trip was like, it's going to be really hard to beat that.
Yeah.
That was epic.
When I think now,
and you guys are going to be able to see it, which we haven't told any of the podcast people that. So if you guys didn't know, we are officially launching our premieres for Addicted Alaska 3, The King's Return. And basically what this is, guys, is these are events. These are really, really cool events where we have a stage, we have tons of giveaways, drawings. It's not just your normal movie where you come in and sit down and the lights turn off and you don't say anything. Like, we're cheering during the movie and clapping when moments are cool. And, really want you guys to come. So February 4th in Puyallup and February 17th in Portland. And these are at the sportsman shows, the Pacific Northwest Sportsman Show and the Washington Sportsman Show. So we're really excited about these things. We really want you guys to come. So check out the website, addicted.fishing. That's where you guys can get your tickets, and hopefully we'll see a bunch of you guys there. For sure.
For sure.
For sure. And that one's coming. We're less than a month away from the first premiere in Vancouver, which sold out, unfortunately. So if you guys are,
unfortunately,
it sold out. Sorry, guys.
Fortunate full house. Yeah, it's gonna be. I can't wait to see everybody. But I think like other cool part about the Addicted Alaska, not to just keep pushing on that, but like why it was probably the coolest trip was, I guess now in a way it's like kind of having that addiction to like making these videos and making them cool, and it's not easy. It never is easy. Even if you have good fishing, sometimes you're just catching fish, and it's really, you have to find a way to make it cool. And like something has to unfold, and you have to having a big group of characters like we do, and like we did on that trip, made it that much better. But then just pulling it all off, like everything we went there to do, up to almost the size of fish that we wanted to catch.
Did almost everything
we just nailed it, and it just like it was like the perfect risky filming trip. It all just
it really
came
wasn't
together.
that risky, because talking to Dave, I think Dave had it so dialed in.
Yeah, but who knows? If we ever could have went up 2 feet out of nowhere because of a rainstorm, we could have been. I mean, how many people go to Alaska and just get screwed out of their whole experience? It just worked. It just came together. The conditions were perfect, and it was just like the most successful film trip we've ever had. Truthfully,
I think on this next one that we decide to do, whatever we do decide to do, we need to just go by ourselves.
Yes, and I think it's obviously
we need to just
it's
pick
boiling.
a spot on a map and go figure it out.
It's boiling down to being exotic of some sort. It seems.
Maybe.
You know, I don't know. Cam's on board now.
On board with what?
For going south.
Yeah, but that's
Going somewhere freaking
really-
warm. I'm not even gonna lie anymore. I'm 40 years old. I'm freaking over
Done
this
with the cold.
I'm over it.
you can't really go do that over there overseas by yourself though. Like in another
No,
country.
you need to. There's some avenues we need to explore, and
But there's a lot of warm water fisheries we haven't done.
We got to go do the
US either.
Alaska trout thing.
there's 2 million. Now that's one thing I would go back to Alaska to do. would be
Just
the trout.
drop off with a plane, hike, and just have.
I missed out on that when you went up and did that. I mean, that would have been just. That,
You would
that would have been
love
cool.
it. You
We
would
had a
love
blast.
it.
It was really fun.
Yeah, that's right. It's just like I fished with you enough that you just.
And it's crazy being around those bears. The whole time you're there, you're just like,
Bear food.
dude, you are. There's just freaking bears everywhere.
You're one bite away from being there.
you either
snack.
get comfortable with it or you just don't have fun. You know, it's in a weird way.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you either like are running away from a bear the whole time or you're fishing. You know,
Yeah.
Anyways, we're sidetracked, but it was a monumental year, and I think Addicted did great, and everyone's guide businesses did great, and it just 2022. Everybody's kind of hated 2020 and 2021 in a way, and 2020.
Yeah, I mean, outside of fishing, it was a tough year, but I think, after 2020, I think we made up a lot of ground in 21.
Yeah.
Even with the current climate, having to deal with just, so there's restrictions and stuff, travel restrictions and whatnot at the start of the year that turned into us being able to do what we wanted to do that we couldn't even go and do in 2020. So I think we made up for it in a quick way.
Yeah.
If I had to pick my favorite day from last year would be the day I went with Big Dave and Pop Off and fished. Just because it was like we didn't see a single person on the river, and it was probably the best steelhead fishing I'd ever
It
seen.
was really late in the season, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was sunny.
And it was sunny and
Nice.
warm and nice
It was
and
just like a day you didn't expect you would even catch fish.
no.
Yeah.
It was just so awesome. And then, we pull into that hole and catch two giants like back to back. And just the whole moment of that fish jumping out of the water, like, I'll never forget that day. It was one of my favorite days for sure. If you guys haven't seen that episode, check it out. It was put up like 8 months ago, I think.
I feel like it was like, May, April, May.
April, May of last year, or this year, sorry. It's titled like Crazy Steelhead Fishing or something.
Since you said that, I'm going to jump to another question that relates. What can you think back, guiding or not, was your favorite fish that you caught?
Like individual
Is
fish.
one that's standing out in your mind?
It'd be that one with Frey.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean,
And it was a
Got-
very
and
unique
like it's-
steelhead, too.
I mean, like besides like the whole, when Marlon first asked the question, I kind of thought it was like, okay, like one fish, like
Right,
what's that
right.
one? And that's what. But I mean, obviously the Addict Alaska 3, like
That's a no-brainer.
And I can't even say what I probably actually enjoyed most about that trip was the one day that you and I did a lot of fishing together. Like that was that long 16-hour day, but it's like can't even talk about it because it's in the movie and I don't want to spoil it. But there's one day in particular, and that was just that was cool. Like it was just fun. So
What day?
I guess it'd be like the third day we were up there. We did a contest, just had some fun, and I don't know.
I would have literally.
I got a kick out of that.
That's the thing too about being up there is like I feel like we would have fished more. Like there was just moments.
So I'll be honest.
There's moments
of
where
chill.
we were like
No.
sitting at camp, and I was like,
No, so
I wanna go back out and
Okay,
go
you want the real truth about it then? Like Big Dave's camp, like up there, is absolutely amazing. It's in an amazing spot, but when you go, Dave has it so dialed in that you have to do like those programs. And you're right, you can't just fish like dawn till dark because you go to these areas and you get what's there and you hope other ones show. You know what I mean? Like you have to work it and you have to know when they're going to be there and what river heights they're going to pull into these spots. And Dave's a machine when it comes to. I think that's kind of like people are going to see like the amount of success we had in the movie, but a lot of that's just because Dave is just so good at it. But then like I also guided a year up on the Nushagak.
see, but I'm just no.
But-
these guys would go back and be like, all right, yeah, we're gonna go back to camp and take like a 2-hour nap.
Right. But that's what
I'm like,
so hold on.
no, we're not.
But what I'm
Like,
saying-
let's go fishing. Like,
But with Dave's camp and setup, you didn't have that thing where you could fish. Like you can't work dawn till dark up there. You don't have the options.
yeah, you can.
You could, but would you be honest with yourself? Would you be?
I can remember 2 times specifically.
We took the boat from Dave and said we're going fishing and left.
I can remember 2 times specifically.
So, like I know what you're talking. I felt it too. Like why are we at camp throwing a football around? There's 50-pound kings swimming around in that damn river right beside us. Let's go. But
Yeah.
I think the setup just kind of requires you to kind of just to run that way.
There's no question Dave has it dialed. I'm just saying my addicted mind just wants to be out there fishing more.
I could have sat at some of those creeks.
Go to another river, go to one downriver, just freaking
or just sit there and build a fire and sit down on the riverbank for an hour and just wait for one to roll as he pulled into the river and then get him.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you could. There's some other things too, but like
I asked Dave about camping on the one spot to go back again. And he said, yeah, we can do it. We just got to talk about it. He also said what would be fun is you can float that river.
Get dropped off by the plane.
dropped off by a plane.
I think so. That river that we ended on, you can float it.
Oh, that one.
Yes.
Oh, camping on that spot too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember there was a gearboat that floated down and pulled up on the bank. Got picked up.
No. See, I don't even want to talk about this because in that last spot, like, I just want a boat that I can just do what I want with. Just do it.
Yeah, that spot's. Dave sounded he was totally open to having a couple of us come back for sure, and he said Coho for sure. He's putting dates down.
Yeah, Coho. That area does lend a lot more.
He said the Coho's insane.
To Coho.
He said you will lose your mind. He said it's literally you can just throw a bear hook out and twitch a bear hook.
He has a video where he does that.
Like
I
he
saw
said
it.
he said it's unreal, like nothing you've ever seen. Top water. I mean, you catch him on anything. He said.
Yeah.
I'm like, sign me up, dude. I'm in. He said it'd be in August.
This is the most scatterbrained podcast I think we've ever done.
Well, we're talking about 2022 now, so that's the thing. Is we're
Hell with
talking about
last
the
year.
plans,
Let's keep moving.
just the plans. So you guys can maybe hear a little bit of the thought process we go through. When we're,
Yes, this is how the inside of our brains work.
Okay, so what's your Jordan? What's your favorite fish?
One fish.
Now that
One fish. Let's go.
Favorite fish from 2021.
I mean, the biggest steelhead I ever caught was really cool, especially because like Phil and you and Lael and me and everybody was there, for the whole thing going down. And then the way I landed it, tip wrapped and everything came off, and it was just a complete show the whole time trying to land it, and then landing it, and just the sheer mass of the thing.
Yep, trying to land it in that current.
Everybody just speechless when it finally got landed.
That was a giant
That was probably my very favorite. But then I was thinking about probably the biggest Chinook I ever caught in my life was last year too. I was fortunate enough to have that happen. That was on the trip, that giant red one that I just recently posted a picture of. That was probably, but there was a lot of fish on that trip in particular. I think honestly, one of the ones that was in the teaser for the Addicted Alaska 3 movie, that one too, that was pretty epic. The way that whole thing went down, which will to be seen for a lot of people out there listening.
John will probably cut it out.
No, I don't think not that one.
That's what I'm worried, dude. I'm so worried about I'm getting so worried for that. Not being able to see it. I still have not seen it.
Marlon's favorite fish, go.
My favorite fish for sure that like always comes back is one that wasn't on film. I was fishing with Colt and Jason Harmson and my buddy AJ, and I caught just a monster hen on a spoon, like one of the biggest hens I've caught in probably years. And for some reason, I just remember that fish all the time. Like even today, like the whole time we're like walking fishing, I'm like, man, I just want to catch another one like that. Like bad. Just was perfect. She just was so big and fat, and just everything about it was just such a good hen. You don't see hens that big. She taped out to 18 pounds, which is just, you just typically don't see them that big. And so it's really cool when you do. Yeah. I want to catch another one. Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow or the next day.
And 6 more inches of snow.
It's time. Oh my God, it's supposed to snow again tonight.
It's perfect though. It'd be better for driving. It'd be better than it just being icy.
I don't want to drive in it.
Oh my God. Just make Sean drive.
Ooh, it's a good idea.
Yeah, you just ride with me.
Yeah, he's all-wheel drive dialed.
No.
What do you mean? It's perfect. We're now first we were planning 2022. Now we're planning. Now we're planning our steelhead trip tomorrow.
I don't want to. Whatever.
Now we're planning our steelhead trip tomorrow. These people are like, "What in the hell are these guys talking about? What in the heck, dude?" So we talked about our favorite fish. What about favorite collab? Who did you like to fish with the most that came out? I thought freaking Mike from First State Fishing was pretty fun to hang out with. I thought he was super cool. Really good fisherman. I was surprised. You know, a lot of these guys that come into town, I'm like, you know, questioning whether they're even like fishermen. Super cool dudes, but you could just tell some of them really don't fish that much. It's not really what it's about for them. But Mike could fish. He was good at fishing. Caught on really quick to what you told him. And just fun. Everything we like could have wanted to happen when he was in town did. Mm-hmm. He got to experience the best summer Chinook day I've ever seen in my life. And he was on the boat. And I told him, I'm like, dude, you'll never see this again, like ever in your life. Like ever.
No, we got global warming coming. We're gonna see it every year now.
Oh, dude,
okay, don't get me started.
It was insane. I mean, it was doubles, triples, like all on summer Chinook. It was wild. And then we go out with you, and he's freaking anchor up cast, and the sturgeon he hooks is like one that none of us expected we were gonna freaking hook. Like,
yeah, he catches the biggest fish he's ever caught in his life, and it's like an 8-footer, just a beast, and it just thrashed him.
So I thought that collab with him was really fun, but I didn't get to hang out with Taku. So
Taku was a lot of fun, and just the stuff that we did too, camping and just kind of getting down to earth and hanging out in the woods and then landing on some super epic fishing that we weren't expecting. You know, that was a very pleasant surprise, and talking with the wardens, and it was just like, it was kind of, and again, just being in a new place like that. And I got to definitely say one of my very favorite, and sorry to anybody out there who I'm not mentioning, but I could say Collab because he has his own channel now too, but XXL Chrome Chasers. I really, really liked fishing out there with Kyle, and, you know, just a good old Midwest boy. It reminds me of my cousins and stuff that live out in like North Dakota, and they just.
Well, he even texted me a couple days ago because he was rewatching the video, and he's like, "Dude, I can't believe how good we all get along. We're like brothers. It's like we mesh so good together."
He was a lot of fun, and just, you know, everybody that we fished with this year, especially on the traveling trips where we were going to places, really knew their stuff. You know, like Bailey in Wisconsin and stuff. I could just tell. He made a call and he said, "We're going to get one here." We got one here, and we're, you know, he just had his fisheries dialed in, and I can say that for a lot of the people that we fished with this year in particular. It was, I don't want to leave anybody out, but I'm just had my belly hurt at the end of that trip.
Yeah.
And of course, Herzog and Jared Higginbotham, that was probably one of my, was recent, but one of my probably very favorite trips of the year.
That looked fun.
My stomach and face hurt at the end of the day from laughing and just yelling and just having so much fun. You know,
guys looked like you were having a blast.
They're just great guys. You know, everybody we fished with this year was just amazing people to know.
That's awesome. I can't even really remember who else we collabed with this year.
Not much, because we just kind of started to be able to collab.
Yep.
As of
people weren't traveling
spring,
as much.
You know, like, and we kind of fought over that hill and
obviously Life, Northwest Fishing Secrets.
Oh, yeah.
But he's like our local brother, so we'll collab with him all the time probably.
Yeah.
But we got some good ones planned this year, I think, for sure. I got some good ones in the works. So we got some people coming out here. We got a guy named Fish Hawk coming out who's another really big trout fishing YouTube channel. There's not a lot of guys out there doing trout, and he's going to come out and steelhead fish with us. Die Hard Fishing's going to come up from Northern California and do some fishing, and then hopefully we'll go down and fish with him too. Down in he's really into saltwater, doing that like inshore halibut and stuff like that, off the yaks, off the kayaks. But who do you guys want to see? Like, let us know who you guys want to see some different collabs with, and we can try to reach out to some people. I thought it might be cool to just do some of the truck camping guys and stuff too, some of the van campers and
do some tarpology.
There's a lot of guys in the Northwest that have Northwest channels. I just found a guy yesterday, like Drew Sims. Have you ever seen his channel? Dude, he's freaking. You got to look at it. It's cool. So he just does like this truck Jeep camping, traveling around, cooking, fishing. But his channel's really like just cinematic.
Right.
It's like really cool looking. But yeah. What other moments happened this year? I feel like there's other moments. Was this year that we caught that big one, or was that last year? That big, huge salmon on the live feed?
That was last year. That was last fall.
We caught that giant one using the downriggers. That was
that was
big one.
That was one of my favorite fish I touched all year. That was impressive.
Especially not fighting it on 360 with no lead. That thing just woke up and just tore it up.
That was fun. That was super fun.
Forgot about that one.
I was like trying to go
I
through
can't
the
even
YouTube
think.
channel.
I can't even think this year. It's like I can only imagine like 20 years from now, like looking back on this and being like, you know,
Really?
like
Seriously?
we got an encyclopedia here of all the videos and stuff. But at the same time, it's like can't even remember.
I can't even remember what I had
Jeez,
for breakfast.
Can't
Yeah,
even remember a year ago.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying. That's why I was like trying to go through the YouTube channel. I mean, the freaking the lake trout are always fun. That's going to be like an every year thing for sure.
I'd say like my favorite like
gotta
pull off
come over and
moment
do
was that one we got with Bob Kratzer
Yeah.
in January. Like that was 2 days of just the most heads down, just working our asses off to try to get an episode with Bob and for you guys. And I mean, the amount of work that went into that one fish was by far like the most work that I think we've done on any episode, just to try to get one thing to happen. And then it happened. And then it was just like, and it happened in the perfect spot. It was like the perfect fish and just, it was cool. Like, it was just kind of one of those like.
It's another one of those moments you're like, we've somehow pulled it together again.
Yeah. It took, I mean, it literally took 14 plus hours of fishing in January in just garbage conditions and garbage weather anyways, cold, miserable. And pull that one off was pretty crazy.
Even to just try to look back 2 months ago, it's kind of like, whoa.
I know.
Sort through a lot.
Yeah. I think sometimes we all take for granted. That's one thing I said today when I was filming, and is we take for granted like what we have out here. There's a lot of people that live all around the world that don't get to do anything like what we do. Nothing. They don't even have access to it, Or you think about people that like are born and raised in a freaking city. They don't even have access to do the things that we do, where we can freaking drive 30 minutes one way and hit 5 rivers and drive 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, we just have so much access to cool stuff. I think another cool moment is the fact that we got kayaks now.
Yeah, those kayaks are pretty revolutionary for especially some of the off-season stuff that we really like to do.
I think the more and more we utilize those and use them, it's going to be fun. I'm excited to use them for spring bass fishing.
Yeah. I can't wait to spring trout fish on all these lakes when we can finally get east of the mountains and be out in the sun and the wind and throwing big bugs for big, giant broodstock trout. Great white buffalo.
Great white buffalo. I can't really think of any other like epic moments that I'm like stoked about. We've talked about a lot of the really cool things I think that happened this year. Some of them yet to be released. Obviously, like Addicted Alaska 3 is going to be.
And see, like, I'm trying to like piece together moments because, like, at a million of those like moments, just guiding and fishing and doing trips and whatever that just weren't filmed too.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, did we do that on that? Did we get that? No, I can't remember.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
all
crazy.
And not to even be braggy about it, anybody, but just when you try really hard, like fishing, especially if you're living, it's a very focused. You have a very focused demeanor when you're out there, and you blur a lot of stuff out because
it's not even just
thinking
that.
all day. Your mind's actively working, so you're not really taking memories away from the moment.
It's not even that, dude. It's like even when we're not working or filming or trying to create content, we're still out fishing.
Yeah.
And so everything just kind of like blends together because we're like,
right.
We're just out. We're constantly fishing and filming, and sometimes we're not filming, and so the moments kind of blend together. I know what Cam's talking about. I can only imagine how many, especially when you're out guiding, how many memories you have of just crazy things that happen when you're out there every day.
Yeah. But probably some of my favorite stuff is last year, stuff that I never filmed. I started fishing a lot of bass tournaments. Like, it's to the point where I'm buying a bass boat by the end of January. I'm going to fish 2 different circuits in the Northwest next year, and like, I am hooked on it. Like, I am addicted to it. Like,
freaking
straight up addicted.
Master.
No, it's not even the bass. It's just the competition and just the way it all like this. Yeah, it's like just the chess
poker game,
just the chess poker game.
Yeah.
Sure, it's just like all about it. It's just I'm just completely like my schedule. Like next year, I've got everything planned. Like I know, like right after the stir, I'm like, I got 2 boats sitting in Idaho right now that I mean, if they don't sell, I'm probably going over and grabbing one. Like the second I'm done with my sturgeon season, like I'm in it. I'm doing it. It's
always fun to find that next little step for yourself fishing, because it's hard to do when you do fish a lot. You start to kind of get in a rut, you know, you go right back to the same river and try to catch one behind the same rock just so you can say you tugged on one. And when you find that other little bit of passion in it, you know, whether it be fly fishing, whether it be for a different species, whether it be when you pick up center pinning, or it like brings that excitement back into it for you. That
it is different. I mean, you know, I don't want to sound like
feel
an
like a
old
little
jaded,
kid again.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to sound like an old jaded fisherman. I've caught every steelhead in the north.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like that, but it's like
You have
that's
done
the
it.
reality.
You have
It's
caught
like
'em.
you go right, you catch a lot of them, and I get as much enjoyment rowing and watching the bobbers go down as
Clint, how
anybody
many
else.
steelhead have you caught? Winners.
Oh, anyway, so besides that,
exactly.
but no, I definitely that is going to be a huge, a monstrous focus of mine. There's even a chance I might even go fish a pro-am down in Clear Lake in March. So
That's
I'm
exciting.
getting all about it. It's fun.
That's really cool. That was something I always wanted to do growing up, and then I just never did it. Never did it.
You got time.
No, I don't.
You ain't that old.
I got too many other things I want to accomplish.
You ain't that old.
Winning bass tournaments aren't on those.
It's good stuff, but who knows? So who knows what 2022 will bring?
Oh, there's going to be lots of epic things that it's going to bring. That's for sure. You guys got to stay tuned for that, though. You guys got to stay tuned. And don't forget, so we will be at the Portland, we'll be at the Washington Sportsman Show in Puyallup. We have a booth set up. We will also be at the Pacific Northwest Sportsman Show in Portland with a booth set up. So come hang out, come see us, and come on the nights of the movie. Friday night in Puyallup and Thursday night in Portland. So come hang out, come see the movie. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited to finally like do those things again, not be like trapped away in the house just because the government tells us to be.
Right.
Stay tuned for next week's episode when they cancel it all. Just kidding. Okay.
I'll freaking rebel, dude, and throw one.
Anyways, thanks
I'll
for
put 'em
tuning in, guys. Be sure to check out this podcast on Spotify, Apple Play.
Cam's worried.
And we're done here. Good night.
All right, everyone. Thanks again so much for
Yes.
listening. We sincerely appreciate it so much, and we will see you guys on the river.